Alright, I'm going to show you how to sew on one of your characteristics. I am doing my ear patch right now, and I want my stitches to show kind of like my eyeball. On my teeth, I didn't want the stitches to show, so I used a white thread and went back and forth. But when you want the stitches to show, this is how you would do it. Make sure there's enough room for the stitches to show in the first place. Move it down a little bit, okay? It's a little too small to pin it, so I'm just going to hold it with my finger. I already have my thread ready. I have my black right here. I'm going to start in the back. I always start in the back. Went through the ear patch, and then I'm going to just go off onto the green, onto his ear a little bit, where I want it to show like that. Now I'm on the green, so I'm going to stay on the green. And I'm going to go back on the patch in here. See? Two little patch marks. I'm going to go on the patch. Go back out on my ear. I'm going to There we go. That's how my patch is going to look on my ear. Now I started in the back. I'm going to end in the back. So now that I'm in the back, I'm going to tie it off. Time to sew on my button, my belly button. So my Ugly Doll has a belly button. That is a button. Right there. There's 4 holes in this belly button. Some will only have 2. There's 2 ways you can do it. You can go straight across from one hole to the next, from one hole to the next, and make 2 lines, or you can do crisscross, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start in the back, like always. I'm going to come through one hole, then I'm going to go diagonal to the hole, diagonal from it, go through, and then I'm going to come out one of the other holes and go diagonal across there and make an X. He's flopping around. See? A little X. And if you want to reinforce it, you can go through and do the same thing and do them again. I'm going to do that because I don't want any little kids ripping her belly button off. After you do that, you just tie it off just like you do any of your sewing. Alright, how to sew on a mouth or a line. Anything you want to be just like a single line. I already started here, you can see my black mouth, but you do what's called a back stitch. So I'm going to come through just like I normally would, but instead of going forward, I'm going to go back and stitch in the same hole that I came through the last time. So right back here, and I'm going to go right back in that hole so that there is no gap in my stitching, and it'll make a solid line. So I'll always come from the back to the front like this, and then go back through the previous hole. So come forward ahead of the stitch, and then you go back through the previous stitch. Oh, I keep getting the hand stuck in there. and I want her to be smiling. So I'm going to angle it up just a little bit. Give her a little bit of a curve in her mouth. There we go. Maybe I'll do one more. There's her mouth.